What's up, everyone? It's your boy Jimeka here, coming at you with another deck tech. This is my Mono Blue Dreadnought list for season 29. Um, this deck is really good. I think I talk about it all the time. I make the other deck techs where it's like the top two decks are Oops and Dreadnought, but I don't ever play the top two decks. But I played Dreadnought. This is what my 500 wins are built on. But it's really funny when you like try to build decks and you like there's like two camps to it. So it's like there's a camp of like, let me just play the best decks, or let me play to beat the best decks. So when I think about like the other like good decks, I'm like, this deck just can beat like any other deck because you make a big 13-13 and you play like cheap counter spells. It's really like silly. It's actually a really silly deck. So this is my version right now. Like the last time I played this deck, I had like a 5-0 because I was trying out Tolarian Terror, and then I just never touched the deck again for a while. But this is where I'm at right now, just to give you like my insight on it. First of all, I cut like a land. Usually I play 18 lands. I'm actually down to 17 because I'm like trying out Terror. I'm actually playing Sleight of Hand, which is like not really a common card. Most people will just play like Ponder, Probes, and like Cruises, things like that. Sometimes play Impulse, but they're like really like churn through your deck. You really need like more cheap instants and sorcery. So Sleight of Hand is like right there. You just kind of like keep going through. So which means you get to cut a land and try out this card, which is like not bad. You know, it's a good late game threat. A 1 mana 5/5 is pretty good. It's like Tarmogoyfi, I guess, in a way. Ward 2 is like not nothing. So and it complements like the Delver and the Dreadnought, because really you want to start with these two cards. And maybe towards the end you just end with this. It's not bad. I think it's like better than things. In some ways it's better than like Brineborn and Fairy Vandal, in the sense that like you just get the 5/5 off the rip. I mean, you do have to work for it, but you have to work for the other cards too, like the Fairy Vandal and the Brineborn. Just the baseline is like very low, so even as like a 3 mana 5/5, this is like not bad. Um, so yeah, that's my reasoning behind it. Probe, Ponder, always great cards. I get to play another Cruise. There's a little tension between Cruise and Terror, but that doesn't come as much. So I like more Terror. I like more threats than Cruises. So that's fine here. These are the enablers, obviously, Slip and the Fabricate. Like they're just the best. Like the Fabricate's probably getting better and better now because like Jeskai Ascendancy is getting more popular. Like Oops is always good. So like having the Stifles in your deck is pretty great. I moved from Stern Dismissal. I was playing Vapor Sec, but now Stern Dismissal again for like mostly like Ascendancy decks, and there's some like goofy enchantment decks that it's just like an overall like better card. The one life is like pretty nice, but I think Stern Dismissal is better. You do lose the like unsummon my own thing in the face of a wrath, but it's not a big deal. Minor Misstep I'm very high on. I actually have two in the main deck. I kind of waffle back and forth between like whether I like this card or not, but there are like a lot of really like efficient decks right now. Like red deck is like super one drop heavy, and just the mirror is very relevant. So this card, I'm actually really high on this card. And for the first time, not playing Lose Focus. I'm actually playing Memory Lapse. I go back and forth of whether like I like Memory Lapse or not, but for the most part, most games could end before Loose Focus becomes relevant. And from when I've like played this deck, the deck can go longer with the terror, so you're never like really out of it. But Loose Focus just, it feels like sometimes it's, I think Loose Focus is probably better than like a Flash Shell when you're playing like Fairy Vandal, but Memory Lapse just kind of like better at stalling. So they're both like good, but for this run I'm gonna try Memory Lapse. But Loose Focus is still pretty good. Sideboard here, 3-1 split of Negate and Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is pretty decent, but they're a lot more ritual decks, so sometimes you just want a flat counter spell. Drake for mono red. This is obviously for like oops. Usually I think I just board out dismissals and just a clean sweep of this and this. And then you have like you can play like Spell Pierce and Negates in that matchup too, if you really wanted to. But I think like the oops matchup is actually really good. Even though it's even, like numbers wise, it's very slightly like Dreadnought favored, but like if you're smart, you shouldn't lose that matchup. And sometimes I just tap out on turn 2 and I die. So that happens. Steel Sabotage is a card I normally wouldn't play, but it's like the bridge decks are getting more popular. I mean, I just made a bridge deck video, and I think the deck's like fine. So you want to have this. It's also fine in the mirror. You could bring it in against the other Dreadnoughts, and I'm playing a little extra Vapor Sags too, just for the mirror as well. So yeah, playing in the league today, 5 rounds. So let's see if this deck is still one of the best. All right, we got to match the Pain Dreadful Dreadnought list. Um, this is hard because like I usually like to try to start out my games with a threat, but I do have a slip, and I have like 2 draw spells, so I have a lot of looks. I want to keep, but it's not a hand that I like love to keep. Pillar of the Barrens. It's probably some sort of like 5-color Ferrous list. Which Dreadnought is very good against, because making a 13/13 on turn 2 is very strong. Okay, Florian Terror will get there eventually. I found a Cernus Missile, that's nice. Their hand is bad, but they can cast this thing soon. So that makes like 2 things, that's not terrible. Interesting. I think I'll take the slip. I don't think Minor Misstep's going to be very good. This is probably like their only 1-drop. Okay. Oh wait, Terror bad. The militants. Oh no, I forgot. I should have taken the dismissal. That's really bad. This is actually awful. This is actually look at how bad this was against me, or for me rather. I can say name human. Yep. Well, now I just need to find a Dreadnought like right here, so I can just try to end this game ASAP. Okay. I guess I'll take. I could have like actually countered that thing. I'll take the Fabricate. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. Because like actually, I could have defabricated the Cascade trigger. Maybe that's like the better line than just like unsummoning whatever they find. Because whatever they find, they're gonna be able to cast next turn anyway. Okay, another Courtyard. I don't want to play the Ziggurat. They play Zombie with that one. Okay, because here's the Shardless. Okay, find a Sculler. That's like, oh, so annoying. Because they can't really unsummon this for like good value. So I guess I'm just unsummoning this thing. Well, I mean, I probably should have unsummoned. Oh my god, I'm just playing so bad right now. Because I'll just take the Sternus Missile. Because I'm supposed to do that with this on the stack, and now they can just take this missile. Taking one of the stifle things is bad because I have like 4 of them to be enablers rather. I would love to find a Dreadnought now because I would just play the Fabricate on it instead of the Slip. Okay, they take the Unsummon, which is I should have just unsummoned this thing, but whatever. I'll just find the Dreadnought here. This is why I don't like these hands. Like even though I had like 5 looks at it. I think their hands mostly lands. Like that's half lands, half unknown, so oh, okay. Okay. Okay, okay. Oh, they stopped in their second main. I don't know why. Called upon. Okay, here we go. Alright, Dreadnought. Dreadnought here. Good. Ponder is like a Dreadnought. As in it finds it. That's not it. I have to shuffle this. Okay, this is just getting worse and worse. I have to Fabricate up now for like another Charlotte's trigger. I guess. I don't know. Ugh. This has gotten bad the worst. I can counter like a side hollow scholar. That's really good. It is an artifact. But yeah, this is like the danger of like not having a turn 1 threat is that like you run into this problem where it's like I had like a lot of good looks. Like sleight of hand is not ponder. Let's be real. But like this is kind of what happened. You kind of just like spin your wheels and then nothing happens. So it's like it can be really tough. Like I don't think even Dreadnought saves me here. Like even if I find it, I'm just gonna concede. And the turn 1 militant against Terror was like so bad. Okay, so I'll just bring in the Seal Salvadors is not terrible. There's like a lot of looks that you can have. You can counter. You can actually counter a what do you call it? Charlotte's Agent or a Tide Hollow Scholar. So the Vapor Sack seem not bad. Minor Misstep seems really terrible in this matchup. And maybe Cruise is just not it. Maybe Cruise is not where I want to be. If they're gonna play main tech militants, maybe I'm just kind of like trying to play to the board here. So I'm gonna board out the Cruises. Terror is still like whatever. I don't think I like board out Terrors. So let's just try this. This is the one of the matches where I wish I played something like Piracy Charm for like Militant. Militant's actually really good against the Dreadnought, especially a deck playing Terror. This is maybe one of the things why Fairy Mantle Brine Wars are better, because you don't get nerfed by a 2-1. Alright, got a mulligan in his hand, no lands. This is the same problem as like the first hand, except now I don't have less lands, but I'm gonna go to 5. I don't want to do this again. This is fine, I can keep this. I'll just let Ponder take the wheel here. So if I take this, and then I draw another land, and I push the next land back, I think that's not bad. This is the worst Ponder I've ever kept on camera, but I'm just like coping here. I'm just like, or I can just hold a Memory Lapse, I guess. Memory Lapse might be just a better hold. Of course, save the Militant, turn 1. Oh, Judge's Familiar, that's fine too, I guess. Thank God I kept all those lands. I'm actually gonna... No, I'm not gonna hold up Lapse here. No, because I can't really hold up Lapse now because if they have the Familiar, so I might as well just try to dread on my way out of this. Okay, I was gonna draw another land. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. So now if they scolor me here, and then I kind of get boned by it. That's not bad. Wow, double Militant. That's crazy. So Tolarian Terror costs 5? 5 mana, 5/5? Okay, I found a threat. Look at me. I think I'm down to Memory Lapse anything just to get the Familiar off the board. Okay. Delver revealed to Fabricate. Play the Dreadnought. That's what we're hoping for. Okay, this is the Ferrous. I'm gonna attempt the Memory Lapses. It's gonna get countered by the Familiar, but that's fine. They let it happen. I guess. Wow, they have a Familiar on board. They don't. They just want to attack. I think that's fine too. Okay. Delver revealed to Fabricate. I want to Fabricate over Slip because I want to block next turn. Okay, Slight's fine. It's fine. Slight, fine, Slip, or to Fabricate. Hmm. These are both pretty good. The Smith doesn't do anything against the Ferrous. And if I find a Slip off the Ponder, they're just going to counter it. So it's kind of tough. I guess I'll have to take the Ponder. Okay, that's nothing. Okay. Man, this is not great. I'm gonna just hold back the Delver just to block the Familiar, but they're just gonna come in with double Militant. Oh, man, this is tough. Okay, here comes Ferrous again. They can go Ferrous in the spell here, and that'd be like just brutal for me. I want to trade. I don't know. It's still early to trade. Let's see, I go to 10. If I wasn't attacking, I mean, well, it holds back the Familiar. I don't know, I'm just gonna take it. I'm hoping for Defabricate right here. Basically, Defabricate needs to happen. Right? Oh, the Slip is like a Defabricate, but a lot worse. It's actually worse only because I need to like now I have to block, but I need like another Defabricate, basically to live. Or I could do the cheeky give Dreadnought Vigilance sort of deal where I attack and then I play the Dreadnought, I sack this to this Dreadnought, and now I have Vigilance. So I'm blocking to live here. But I definitely have to attack this turn. There's no way I can't attack. They play something like, but if they have something like a Harmonic Sliver, that's like really terrible for me. Like I'm just thinking like multicolored cards that would be really good in this spot. This is a Sculler. Sculler's actually really good because it makes a 4/4 and it takes the Dreadnought. It takes away my like Vigilance plan. I kind of needed that. I don't like win by not attack. Oh my god, they have another two spells. Oh man. Okay, I think I'm losing this. Because now they can just like actively block the Dreadnought. Even their Scholar. Yeah, this is pretty bad. I got up to like two slow starts. Milton's is really good against me, apparently. Like they don't have to attack. They should. I think they really should. When you're like this far up, you just have to press the advantage. They're gonna attack with the Ferrous. Yeah, they've got enough value on the Ferrous now. You might as well, because I'm blocking it. But like I would need like I don't know. I would need some sort of like crazy card that just gets countered by just familiar here. Drew another island. 17 lands. Drew another island. It's tough. That's tough. Oh well. Milton good apparently. Alright, got another match of the Penny Dreadful Dreadnought list with Tellurian Terror. Well, good luck. 80 card. So we got a Yorion deck. I like this hand just because I have a Delver, so I'm gonna keep. The site can find my next land, hopefully. It's like their orders off. This could be like the slide deck that's really popular. I guess we can figure this out right now. A little peek. Oh, so they're playing like Edict is very good against me in general. I cleared a land off the top too, that's nice. Trinket Mage for Astrolabe. This is some gas. Okay. So this sudden edict is gonna really mess up my day, but luckily I play turn one Delver, so if I draw a Dreadnought here, it's actually the best I've got. Okay, found the lapse. Let's attack. Oh, they have a condemn too, but I have a lapse. It's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. I'm gonna probably just like burn this. I like this because they might not draw another land. I don't know. They have like one unknown draw, so any damage I can get in right now is good. And if they keep like if they don't edict and they just want to keep condemning, it's fine too. Plane cycle, if they find a plane, so they find a land. So if they want to keep condemning, I'm going to keep lapsing it. Okay, cool. Found another land. So I'm going to slight first. Okay, found the Dreadnought. It's actually much better than just running this into a condemn. So I'm going to actually Dreadnought now. The Sudden Edict is a bit annoying, but I have to Delver here, so I'm not going to attack because I know they have the Edict. I know they have the Condemn too. In fact, their whole hand is like pretty known here. I want this as Edict fodder. I guess I could Edict and Condemn, but they'd like do the right modes, I guess. They have to hold up everything. But they're like an instant speed deck with Trinket Mage. They'd have to condemn first and then edict, I guess. I don't know. They don't know of these other lapses. But this is a tricky spot for them. They're gonna play the Astrolabe. They're probably trying to hit a land drop so they can do both. So now they can either condemn or edict. So we'll put them to the test. Yeah. Also drawn like double edict or double condemn. That's really nuts. So I think they'll try to like condemn this. So I will lap. So they have spell pierce. This is very good. Okay. Go to 1. Okay, they're just gonna concede. Because then they're destroying. I mean, they had like 2 removal spells more or less, so I don't know why they conceded there. They probably think I have another counter spell. So okay. Speaking of which, I will bring in my counter spells. 3 pierces, 1 negate. They played a trinket mage. It's interesting, but it's not enough for me to keep in Sternus missiles. I don't really know what this deck is. It looks like just an Esper Yorion pile. So we'll keep it simple and sweet. And Mista might be really good. Counters Condemn, counters Astrolabe. Might be good. I love Minor Mista because it might be good. It just might be good. It's not great, but it might be good. When you play it and you get something though, it feels so good. It's so cheesy, but it's so good. But yeah, that's the strength of like, unlike the first round where you just keep a turn 1 threat, and then it's like, it's all you really want. I remember like a long time ago, I remember playing like a Delver deck with like 8 1-drops. I played the set Snow Cover Islands and I played Eyesight Golem alongside Delver just because I just wanted that huge tempo play of just like pressure disruption, pressure disruption. So I wish I could do that again. There's no other good like 1-drops. The only other good 1-drops I would consider, I think like Siren Storm Tamer is still legal for like last season. Terramander, if that was ever legal, I'd play that. I want to keep this hand. This hand's actually really good. Goodish. I don't know. I really need to find a land. Or something to enable the Dreadnought. Or I need both, really. Okay, I found the land. That's a start. Right, but turn 1 Delver, reveal, flip out the back. Let's just get out of here. Okay, intervention for 1. I like that. Enables your Dreadnought here. Oh, I found it! I was wrong. I found it anyway. Oh my god, I called it. I called the called shot. Game is stupid. No setup, but I mean, if they have the Dreadnought, or if they have an Edict here, it's still pretty good. Can't really do anything about it. Ooh, they're playing bridges, too. Found a minor misstep. I'm gonna pawn. I'm not gonna pawn her. I have a lap. But if they have, like... Well, I have a minor misstep, too. So if they have a condemn here, I get this minor misstep it. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna pawn her. Dang, these are all really good. Okay. Okay, I'll take the slip. So even if they kill the first one, I have another one coming. So it's pretty nuts. They could Wrath here. Wrath is really good. Venser. Venser is also good. Venser bounces to this. Venser's a great combo with Yorion because you just keep doing the thing, I guess. Okay. So I have a lot of options here. I could just play the Dreadnought, or play the Delver, play the Dreadnought. I think I'll just play the Dreadnought now. The Delver would have flipped with the Probe. But let's just make them have another Venser, make them have another instant. I have Memory Lapse coming up, so they gotta have it here. Love the called shot though. Mystical Teachings. So they could find another Condemn, but I do have the Lapse. Unfortunately for them. Suspend. Interesting. How would they suspend now? They're gonna try to upkeep suspend me. Suspend's a really funny card with like Venser, or not Venser, Teferi. They saw me tapping mana, they just didn't conceded. Alright, that was a little silly. That's deck. That is the deck in a nutshell. Alright, got another match with the Paint Dreadful TERROR-NOUGHT? Should I call it TERROR-NOUGHT? Probably TERROR-NOUGHT list. Again, great hand. I like threats. I like a ponder. I'll keep. Opponent says, hey, love the work you do for the format. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you. I always love the fan interaction. I'm like a big fish in a very small pond. But no, thank you though. I really appreciate that. Hopefully this match goes well. Hopefully have a nice fun match. They play a forest. Love to see that. Okay, so if this doesn't flip, I get the ponder and set up the Dreadnought. I found a dismissal, which is very good. Attack. Play another Delver. This is very typical Delver play. Ponder. Oh, this hand's not bad. I mean, it's gonna flip the Delver, so that's good. So put the Terror on top. Or Slight here. Probably slight down the cruise. But this is also a very strong start against. Oh, they're probably playing Infect. I had to guess. Okay, they're gonna probe me. I do have the. They already knew I had the dismissal, but they're looking at the rest of my hand. I think my hand's very good against Infect right now. Because of this. Because if they play it, I just immediately just pop it. Like they play a. Okay, they play a library. Interesting. So maybe I don't know what they're playing. Okay, this will flip. Take the Slight here. I'm going to push down the crew, so I'll take the Ponder. And nope, I'm churning. I like all these cards. I can actually dismissal the library, which is really funny. But it's not really a threat. I mean, they kind of get to like look at other cards, but I don't think it's a big deal for me right now. Okay, so they're going to draw. They can't really like take 4 here, so like they just get to kind of rearrange their deck. I did see a really cool deck with like Joel Rail and Sylvan Library, so this might be it. This might be this deck, which is a sweet. That's a kind of a sweet brew. But this could be also be just Infect. I'm gonna guess Infect, but I could be wrong. Okay, it's Infect. I'm right. Okay. Ooh, they double. So I'm gonna dismissal this thing. Because I have a lot of options here. I have a memory lapse coming up. I'm definitely attacking. It's like something I really want to do here. So I could just play the Dreadnought as a blocker, but if they play something like Distortion Strike, if they go like Strike, Distortion Strike, double Invigorate, plus another spell, I just die. So I think like holding Memory Lapse is like the best option. So I'm just gonna hold up Lapse for anything. Because a blocker is not like the end all be all for this matchup. They know I have the Terror or the Dreadnought and something else. They don't know the rest of my cards, so the Lapse is gonna have to hold. See, there's a strike. That resolves. It's fine. 3 cards. One of them is the Blighted Agent. I think I'll just lapse this. If they have Spell Pierce, this is really tough though. I think this is the time to lapse. Okay. And we just hold. Okay, there's an oh, they have Invigorate. No vines. Okay. Invigorate kills. Wow, they had it all. Nice. Okay. I mean, I couldn't beat all that. I like that I made the right play, which is hold up lap. I mean, I just kind of got like boned, but I made the correct play, which I'm happy with. Okay, so I'm gonna play some snags. I don't know if I am supposed to play Spell Pierce. I think I might have to. Like, this is not a cruise matchup, I don't think, in any way. Or even like a terror matchup, honestly, but I do need threats. I kind of like some Spell Pierces. So I'm going to take out all the cruises for sure. Minor Misstep's actually not bad. It will stop, like, other Spell Pierces, Might of Crosa, Vines, the Source Strike. There's a lot of good hits. I might have like too many cards. I'm gonna take out this a single terror. I could just shave on some cards. I could shave like the Fabricates. It's kind of like where I'm at. Yeah, I think this is fine. I'm gonna get a nice mix of like removal and like some situational counter spells, so I think this will be fine. My hand was really good, I think. This hand's actually not bad either. It's very slow, because then I don't have a threat, but it does have like 2 removal spells, so I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna lead with Slight too, because I really want to find a threat. I'll take the probe, because I want to probe now. Gotta find a game plan here. Okay, they have no threat either, but they have a library, so I get the Pierce's library. They have a slip too. Wow. Slip is nice. What if they're playing Dreadnought too? What if they're just like another random deck that decide also to play Dreadnought? That'd be funny. Okay, I don't think my life total matters, so I'm gonna keep probing. Also helps with the terror that I have in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's their hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. So I'm definitely looking to pierce this Sylvan Library. Because both our hands are terrible. But the library is the best card here. They're probably gonna probe me. Oh, they're just gonna jam. Okay. I love that. Because it helps my fuel my terror here, which I might just slam. It's 3 mana. I don't really have like. Okay, I have that, but okay, let's go with terror. Hard to slip too, so. And my hand's like stacked in this. If I could go and tap, my hand is like so good against what they're trying to do. So ponder. Like seal could be okay. They could actually seal's spell ability. They still have to pay the 2 for seal. I like the idea of slip too. I like that a lot. Probing me. I don't know if they shoveled or not. I'm not gonna look. Ichor Claw Mirror. Sure. They know what I have, so I'm just gonna instantly. I'm gonna pop this now. Why not? While they're tapped out, they can't like slip it or whatever. I want to get the beat down. I want to end this thing quick. If they try to replay the Ichor Claw Mirror, I'm just gonna lapse it. What I've just drawn. This is the strength of lapse, I think. Just like having this sort of thing, and this is fine. I can just replay it for cheaper. Having like this to like time walk them slightly is very strong. Outside of like a loose focus where it just like ends it. This is fine. Now they can't. I mean, if they find a land, they could removal this, but they still have to pay the 2 for ward. Ward is so funny. Like they just, I know like WotC just did not want hexproof anymore, so they just had to like ward. So I get to lapse this. It's great. So I get another hit off the removal, or through the removal. Okay, kind of hitting too many lands here. But I still have 2 more removal spells, which is great. Ward! 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 They forgot! They forgot! No, they forgot. Now they're just drawing this mirror that's not really good for them. Because I have like 2 bounce spells. And I can just keep my tempo. Even though they could like flip it. It's still pretty good. Sure. They're running a lot of blue mana. I think I'm gonna double spell. Okay. Slight. Sure. They're very draw heavy. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm not gonna burn 2 spells on this because even if they slip this, it's like they should slip it, but they take a life for it, which I'm totally down for. They're actually probably debating. It's like Vapor Sag basically, so yeah, they are gonna slip. So I'm going to stop on their upkeep next turn, so I upkeep snag this. That's fine. Actually, it's a really good blocker. The only card I'm worried about is something like Audacity, which gives it's like a trample thing. Or they have like the what do you call it? They have another distortion strike, which would be really good. But I'm gonna try to upkeep Vapor Sag and see what happens. They can have like a vines here. They have a lot of mana now. Okay, let's see if this works. I did draw like 4 removal spells. Okay, they have the vines. So this is scary. We're in scary mode. I have a single Delver. Okay, they drew it in the land. That feels good for me. So if they have like trample thing here, I die, they attack. I'm gonna block. Cause like if they have something that gives like instant speed trample, I'm dead. Okay. They could have another they have the seal. This time they have the mana. They're gonna pay for it, I think. I think they have this time they've learned. I could slip their thing, which I think is the best line. Because they have the seal now. Okay. They're gonna pay for the ward. Okay, paid for it. They learned. Cast my 1 mana 5/5. Okay, this next turn I'm just gonna slip on their upkeep again. So they don't get it until their next turn. Okay. And hopefully this is it. Okay, they have another blocker. If I draw another spell, this would be great. Okay, I drew Dreadnought. Scary. I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna try to keep the pressure up. They have to block or remove this somehow. Okay. This is where I wish I had Cruise. Cruise would be so good. Oh, they're gonna try to they're gonna just make it a 2/2, which actually is really good against the 3. Like it's actually like so good because they have a 3/3 Iqalam here. Which means they're like trying not to attack anymore. I guess this is okay. I don't know. Okay, they're attacking anyway. They're dead on board. Unless they have a blocker. They found one. Okay. Unsummon wins. Okay, good. Scary stuff. That's actually interesting that like they could have just kept back the 3/3 and just had like multiple things. That was an interesting line. Because then they could start attacking with that. But because they're just dead to an unsummon there. Okay, that was a lot. Should I bring in I don't think I should board out this terror. I think like that was really strong. But all the removal spells are really great here. I don't think I want all these spell pierces. They found a lot of lands. I think I'm gonna cut a spell pierce for another terror. I think this is right. Or I could like maybe have negate over a spell pierce. I'm on the draw though. I don't know. Let's see. Hand. This hand. Oh man. Double pro ponder, double lapse. This is a tough one. On paper it looks good, but it also die in turn 2. I'm gonna mulligan. This hand I think is a lot better. Mainly because I do have some threats. They're not like easily activated right now, but I think we're gonna do it. I'm gonna bin the terror. As good as it was last, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong for that, but we'll see. I'm just this is kind of heart of the cards moment. This is a heart of the cards moment for sure. I'm gonna probe verse. Oh my god, that was hard. That was a Yu-Gi-Oh moment. Oh my god. Okay. Um, I can just hold up Manner and Misstep for a lot of these things. They have a Spell Pierce though, so they didn't even try to probe me. I'm gonna ponder. Oh, this is very strong. Wow. So if they tap out for a 2-drop, I think I'm gonna tap on my 2-drop and then just hope for the best. I think. Okay, they're gonna probe first. So now we got information. Now everyone's got the right information. So who's ready to like push? Who's ready to press? They don't know what I have coming up. That's why I put the island on top. They don't know that I'm gonna draw 2 removal spells. Okay, they're going Blighted Agent. Hmm. So this is like I could just die next turn, but they have to have like another pump spell and an invigorate for the most part, which is totally reasonable. I have a lot of like cards here. My cards are like pretty good in this spot. I think I have to play defensively. I've done this before, where I've just like kind of like tapped out on turn 2 and then died, but I knew it had interaction, so I'm gonna try to let them like go for it. If they don't go for it, then I end a turn Vapor Sag, which I think is really great for me. But they can just play another Ickle here, which is really strong. Then I'm in kind of the same boat, but I know I have another unsummon effect coming. Like if they tap out, then I get to like Blighted Agent, pop this Blighted Agent. So they didn't go for it. I'm just gonna take 1. They tapped out to a single blue source, so the spell pierces off the table unless they have a bind. But I have a minor misstep though, so this is where minor misstep is actually really strong. If they don't draw a land, then they can't play another threat. Then I'm like kind of free to do the Dreadnought stuff. Heart of Yavimaya. Whoa. Okay. Crazy. Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna Vapor Snag this Blighted Agent, and now I have a land. I mean, this is tough now because I think what I'm gonna do is Dreadnought here. They know I have it. They can only have like um they can only have the Disrupting Shoal. And now I'm just gonna instantly I'm gonna do this now. Now they have like nothing. Now they have to like keep tapping out. So now I'm on the offensive now. I'm just taking back the offensive. That Ponder was super strong. The turn 1 Ponder was pretty great. Let me set up for all this. Heart of Yavimaya, that's crazy. But this is nuts, because now Invigorate's off the table. They had to sacrifice their 1 forest. So now I'm not afraid of like that. Okay, so they played a Blighted Agent. Oh my god, that was just a top. That was just off rip. That was crazy. I should have attacked first, maybe. But if they don't have a threat on the table, then have their spells do nothing. That's really the key here. Take the probe. Pay 2. Yeah, see, look at their hand. Oh my god, they had the Invigorate too. I'm gonna probe again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, like, nothing really matters here. So, because they can only draw, like, a natural state, I guess. But then they have Spell Pierce. So I'm just going to Ponder. Just try to find a land. Oh, God. Okay. So if they even have, like, some sort of removal spell, I don't know what they could do. Because they have to, like, kill this. They've... They double invigorate, but they burn their forest. It's so rough. So even if they play a blocker, it's like even if they have the blocker, it's like not good because I have trample, and they can't even invigorate to like save their creature. So it's kind of hard. And I have this minor misstep that doesn't really do anything. Okay, they play out the mirror, which doesn't matter, as I've just explained, because they're at 4 and I have a 13/13 trampler. So we're just gonna send. Neat. All right. That was crazy. I had a ton of unsummons. They can't even invigorate. You don't have a forest. You actually don't own a forest. Wow. Crazy stuff. Alright, got another match with the Penetrable Dreadnought list. I, again, no threat, but I have like a couple looks, but I have this slip. So if I find the Dreadnought in like 3 cards, it's pretty good. I have double laps, this stall. Again, I don't like these kinds of hands where I don't have a threat, but I do have like some action. I'm just gonna keep for science, really. Just as the science. It's for science. So I'm on the draw. Okay, they have a ponder. Could they be playing Dreadnought too? We'll find out in a second. Sorry, I got a text. Oh, thanks for a second. I think it's this now. Okay, sorry about that. I'm gonna find a ponder, which is nice. Okay, they're playing just blue white. Okay. This is where I wish I kind of had a threat early. Okay, found the Dreadnought, but they're just gonna hold up like mana for this, and the dismissals are really bad. I am gonna take the Dreadnought, but this is gonna it's gonna be a little tough. Because they're just gonna hold up this mana for the rest of the game. Honestly, like Ponder, they tap out for Ponder here, which would be like insane. So instead, I'll just keep drawing a Slight here. I want lands at this point. Okay, I don't have a choice there. At least Dismissal has some targets if they play something like Dawn of Hope. I can at least do that. Timeless Dragon, just as good as Timeless Dragon. But they get to continue to like make their land drop with that, which is really good. Taking our Ponder. I can get the 4 mana to try to lapse this thing, it'd be nice, but I really just want lands. Love a land. I'll take the probe. Gonna get an update here. Okay. This is not bad, because now I can just discard the Sternus Missile for the 6 card for Terror. Interesting spot here, because now I can actually use some cards here, like the Terror. Terror, they lose focus, and then maybe I draw a land. Okay, Ponder's nice. Turn 4 Terror is like really decent. I'm gonna take all these lands. I kind of need them. Do I? Yeah, I do need the lands. They'll kind of fight through some of this stuff. Okay, so do I just get like my Terror here? No. I kind of want to. I kind of want to have a fight into like an eventual Wrath of God. So they're gonna play like a factory and pass. And play my land. I will play a Terror. I think we could fight. Which is tough, because like they could like focus for 2 and they don't really have to like fight that hard. Oh, they just let it happen. I guess they have a Wrath, but like I have a Lapse and a Slip for the Wrath, but kind of rather use my Slip on this Dreadnought. Interesting. Um. Okay. Huh. Well, they will attack into this Condemn, and we will fight over it. Ward 2. That's a really good start, because I get a ward. So I will lapse this. And if they really care, then they might just take 5, honestly. Because the lapse is like, I get it. I get to do it again. But, I mean, they take 5. It's not nothing. Just freeze their draw step. Okay, they have another land drop. So we're in the same situation where we'll do the exact same thing. Sorry. Okay, that will work. Text, sorry about that. Okay. Pretty soon they're gonna actually activate this to block, but the doors are kind of closing on this game, honestly. I'm gonna have to like make some power moves in a second. Little lapse. Okay, so they're gonna let it happen again. Um, I mean, pretty soon I can just use the slip. I don't know. This is kind of tough. Like their hand is slowly dwindling. Like they made another land drop. That's crazy. Okay, they're gonna wrap. Okay. Um, this is where dismissal's bad. I wish this was a paper snag. I kind of want to slip and then make them use the lose focus and then draw another slip. But then they have to condemn anyway, so it's just like this is hard. This is kind of hard because I'm kind of just hoping I draw the right card. Because they have to focus for two or with replicate, so they have 1 mana, and they can still. I guess they can still just hold up condemn, which is really funny. Well, I mean they can. I mean, it's whatever. Okay, but I mean I'm kind of free to do something if I draw something. Like a cruise would be really nice here. Cruise would be the best draw. Another terror would be not bad, but of course. Okay. Failed me. You failed, deck. You failed. Now I'm gonna get like Timeless Dragon. I mean, Timeless Dragon's not a big deal. The Factory is actually a big deal because I can just do nothing here. Okay, do another Terror, and we'll just run it out. They can focus it for a bunch, but they have a Condemn. Their hand is Condemn, lose focus, and some unknown card. They might just lose focuses for 1,000,000. Seems fine. I don't know if that's a big deal. I don't know why you even fight over this. We have a Factory. But you don't, I guess you don't like want to be taking a bunch of factory damage. So, or like taking a bunch of time to tap out for factory because like you have to take another 5, then end step factory, and then you're just kind of like factory locked. I guess that's even a word or a term. I just made it up. PD is really funny. People like to just make up terms sometimes. Um. Okay. I gotta keep trying to like do stuff though. So they're just gonna hold up. They're just so content to doing this. Found another terror. That's the third one. It's the last of them. Maybe the deck did. The deck heard me and was like, "You need a threat. I got you. I got you." Okay, make a thing or decree. Decree's really good too here. Decree's actually much better than versus factory because this draws a card and makes 6 tokens, which all can just chump this. And they still have the condemn. They have a calling now, so a lot of stuff going on. Minor misstep. That is not the card. I mean, minor misstep does counter condemn. It's really good. Just fine. I'd rather have a cruise now. Now that I've played all my terrors, I'd like a cruise. Oh, okay. I'm going to lose this. Slowly but surely I will lose. But I mean, their hand's like not like the hand's like beatable. The board is not beatable, but if I get a Dreadnought down, it's not the worst. They should really be trying to kill me, I think. Like they should be trying to get in with this colonnade, try to cast this timeless dragon. Like I'm blocking, obviously, but I need to die soon. Like the timeless dragon should come out. That's just crazy. I don't know what they're holding. They must be holding like a loose focus. Okay, I found the Dreadnought. I have to do it. This is the only route to victory. Okay, they have a lapse. It's crazy. Um that's fine, because I get to do it again, but I mean I'm kinda down to nothing here. Luckily I have multiple Dreadnoughts. But I have to use this missile defensively soon. Well, if they come in with a colonnade, I might have enough time for this. Sucks. Because, like, the tokens are, like, a big deal. Yeah, they're just so content. They're not even activating the colony. That's crazy. I'm just gonna die to, like, chip damage here. They don't have to do anything. Hmm. All right, let's just. I'm surprised you're not even just bringing this thing out. Like, just more threats are better here. They have a condemn, but it's like. So maybe I mean they're gonna activate the colony this turn, but I'm if they attack with everything, I am dead. Like I am literally dead on board. So if they come with everything, I am dead. So maybe I can like scare them enough to like this weird spot where they don't just like commit. Okay, they committed. Yeah, it's correct attack. Oh, okay, that was close ish. I don't know. I was in the game longer than I thought, but at some point they flamed out. I didn't draw the crews where I wanted to. I didn't draw the correct cards when I wanted. Okay. So this is one of those like I need to win quickly matchups, so I'm just not even gonna worry about removal there, even though it would have been good at some point. So just bring in kind of the soft counters. Minor Misstep still feels fine. I mean, you can get a condemn, I guess. It's better than like most other cards I have. I could play Vapor Snag. I could like maybe split like Vapor Snag, Misstep, something like that. Because Vapor Snag at least can like save my own creatures. Because I don't know if like the second Misstep is better than the first Vapor Snag. I don't really know. They're very like token heavy too, so I don't know. I mean, it can like either Timeless Dragon or something like that. A token. I might want that at some point. Let's try this. This is Mulligan. Three lands. This is a wild hand. I'm gonna keep just on the strength of like turn one Delver. Maybe. Turn one Delver, blind flip, don't have condemn. Just do it. I don't know. This hand, I don't think this hand's actually very good, but maybe I just draw a bunch of ponders. Like Delver flip ponder is like probably the best choice, the best chance I have of winning this game. Okay, Vapor Snag is like the worst reveal here because it like reduces all like these click this. Okay, and it's just like it's just so bad. It's like the card that's like least useful. Okay, they didn't play a planes. I drew a slip. Slip does save the Delver if I need to. Okay, they drew a planes. Um. Okay, Small Pierce is a card, I guess, that we could fight over. Looking for a condemn here. I will slip my creature here. And if they try to lose focus this, then I have the Spell Pierce. Okay, that's great. Great Spell Pierce. Puts two cards in my graveyard for terror. It's an excellent start. Okay. Another slip. Give me another condemn. Wow. Okay. Another slip. Just keep drawing them. I am like at least down to like Vapor Sack my own creature at this point. Okay, they have a lapse. Um. Okay, I'll just let that resolve. And then I will Vapor Sag my own Delver back. If they want to counter that, so be it. If only could have replayed the Delver there and just revealed the slip. I'm totally fine with this sort of line of play, though. If I could run them out of cards, it's great, but it looks like they're cruising. Or they're just going to play Timeless Dragon. Oh, that's okay. I mean, not that okay, but it's fine. I did lose my one removal spell. God, if they just go like Timeless Dragon into... Well, they can't play a Dream Trawler, is it? Double? Okay, there's... No, the Fabricate. Okay, I drew a lapse, which is not really that great right now. um, I actually want my own terror so I can push through the Timeless Dragon, but the Dawn of Hope is actually really bad because it's going to make infinite blockers. This is gone from bad to worse. I need a Dreadnought. That's what I really need, actually. And then not to have a counterspell. Okay. They can actually do nothing the rest of the game, and it's still really bad for me. It's like really, really bad. They can start drawing cards. I would actually just start suiciding these soldier tokens. Yeah. Kind of waited so they can get a little bit of damage in. It's not bad. Deal with beachfront. Okay. Yeah, if the rest of the game goes like this is just so bad for me. I don't have any like dismissals or anything. I could like defabricate this at any point if I wanted to, but it's not, there's no real point. I really want the defabricate to enable my dreadnought. Council's judgment. Gonna have to lapse this. I just need to put more spells in my graveyard. Okay. They didn't. They want to activate it. It's fair. Another defabricate, huh? So I could use the slip to save my creature from the Council's Judgment, which is fine, I think. Then I'm like, this is a 2-mana spell. I don't really want to tap out right now. So I'm gonna use a slip here. So now Judgment doesn't do anything. Nothing to draw, no? Okay. The life gain is like not nothing either. Alright, Ponder. Ponder starts enabling all these terrors. Okay. I guess I'll take the land. Because pretty soon I want to get this like these dreadnoughts in play. Let me do this. Let me see what's in their hand. Probably have a bunch of lapses if I had to guess. Okay, there's a lapse and a pulse of the fields. We're getting old school. Okay. So it can actually counter both of these things, which is kind of annoying. Spider Mist looks so bad. If this was a Vapor Sag, it's gonna be way different. It's gonna be so much different. Pulse is really funny when you're ahead on life because it doesn't really do much. Okay, they're gonna lose focus for a bunch here. I'm actually solely down for except the second one. Okay, so her hands lapse and pulse and an unknown. I can start blocking a little bit if I want to. This game's not over. It feels over, but it's not over yet. Okay, I can't really like put the lapse in front of this to fabricate until I have like 5 mana. I could try to trade with the Timeless Dragon here. Which I kind of want to do. But they'll probably just block with a Soldier Token and draw a card. It's very annoying. I think it's my only like line. Like hope they trade and then I fabricate a thing. But yeah, they're just gonna like gain. They'll gain a life, draw a card. Hmm. Well, Dawn of Hope is just very hard to beat in this spot. In a spot like this, where like again, this is one I think he's under for Fairy Vandal. Phyrexian Censor. It's a goofy one to have in this matchup. I mean, it does. It doesn't actually stop this, because this is a Phyrexian spell. So, it's actually really funny. It doesn't stop this at all. Okay. Hmm. Actually, because it's errated, it's Phyrexian Dreadnought. Let's see. They have a lapse, they have a pulse. Can't really do much. This is tough. I need them to like wrath throw a board. This is what I really need here. I actually can't attack because this is a real threat. If anything, they should start pushing with the Timeless Dragon. I'm sure. I'm surprised they're not. Maybe you want to push your advantage. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an aggressive idiot in this spot. Like, I love attacking with Timeless Dragon now. Okay, they're just content doing nothing. Play a Delver. Yep. I don't even like attacking with the tokens either. I don't know. They're gonna be double tokens. I mean, they're like so far ahead. They can like do nothing for the rest of the game and probably win. So maybe I shouldn't be like criticizing the play when I'm down a game and down on board. But also, I just want to like, I don't want to concede either because like they can make a mistake here. But I don't like incredible. If there's like some sort of like evaluation bar of like what they used to do at like Pro Tours, it's way down. My advantage is very much down. Like, and even if they get low on life, they have pulse. This is very old school. It's a very old school card. I remember like the red deck matchup where like these blue white decks had to have pulse. Like you had to have it. It was like the main thing. Having pulse in your deck and for Xing Sensor is really funny too, though, I will say. Okay, we need to flip. Okay, I found to fabricate. I would have loved before when I was not tapped out for Dawn of Hope. Hey, if you want to do anything, I want to do anything. I'm also down on time. I'm down in so many ways. Like, because I've had to like do more things, I think. Also, I took like two texts. So I had to stop and like text someone. Oh man, please do something. Please. You have 10 tokens. Attack. Oh my god. This is so brutal. This is so brutal. I want to start defabricating like Donna Hope tokens, figures. I'm gonna do it. Take that. Yeah. If this was Trick Mine, it'd be way better, because then they couldn't activate it again. I can't do another one because they have a Ferrous sensor. Sad. Soon out of the discard anyway. Please attack. Oh my god. I'm at 13. Like, you have 11 tokens. I have 4 creatures. This is a 2-turn swing no matter what happens. To evacuate this. It literally is a 2-turn clock at this point. I mean, yeah, and then they attack with like everything else, and like the game does not get away from them at this point. They just have to like commit again. Oh my god. Are they just hoping to like, kill me in one swoop? I'm gonna slide here. I'll take the ponder, but I can't do anything else because I'm sensor locked. So now they get 2 tokens. Oh man. Impulse, right? Yeah, they can't play any more spells. It is really funny how Sensor doesn't actually stop at making a Dreadnought. But like afterwards, you couldn't counter the next spell, so they could just do nothing. Oh my god. Sure. Okay, order. Okay. When does it feel safe enough to attack? I don't really know. I think they're just trying to do one fell swoop, right? Like, oh, they're so their hand is so juiced. What do I do? Like, okay, they decided to commit. Either eyes. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Oh, let me think. Well, I can't really win this game, so how do I make the um? I mean, I am dead no matter what. Just had to get to this point. I was dead like 4 turns ago. Well, actually, like 6 turns ago. Let's be real, but it's fine. It's fine. You know, it's fine. I missed a couple land drops early on. This game is really just predicated on the early game. So that's why I kept the Delver hand. Oh, well. Alright, got another round of the Penny Dreadful Dreadnought list. Let's try to win 2-2 right now. Try to end this on a win. Um okay, so we've had this problem this entire league where I'm not keeping any threats. I'm gonna keep keeping this because it's like 1/2. It's an A plus B combo, and I have 1/2 already, so it will keep. And hopefully I get there. So I'm gonna probe first, see what my opponent is playing. And they are playing another Dreadnought list, but they are playing the blue-red version, which has gotten really popular because I think it like won a tournament. Um, so they have a chain lightning for my thing. They don't have an enabler, so this is interesting. I kind of want to take the ponder because once I get a Dreadnought in play, it like doesn't matter because they don't really play like unsummons like I do, like which is one of the benefits of mono blue. They hate a man of the pro, but they found a Delver. Wow, they didn't have that. Very lucky. So I get to draw a Dreadnought here. It'd be really great because then I could get past the Spell Pierce. Because they can just hold the mana for the rest of the game. They're pretty good. Okay. Um. Hmm. I'm just gonna ponder a bunch. Okay, I found everything I wanted. Honestly, like this is really good because I can Spell Pierce the first one, and then I can just like have the second. I can have like double this. Oh, I have that too. That's really good. Okay. So now I have like double slip for this Dreadnought. So they have to counter the Dreadnought, which would be the correct play. But they're probably gonna go like untap, play Sulfur Falls, Sprite Dragon attack, and then try to like win from there because they have a probe. So they have 2 probes. So I'm getting. They're probably gonna like dragon double probe, play my Dreadnought, and like it just wins. Or they play their own Dreadnought and I just lose. Okay. Oh, I wouldn't lose because I have this turn dismissal coming up. Alright, switch of probes. Just gonna F6. This is a orbital force, though. I mean, like, it takes 2 swings. They're gonna get in the air a bunch. Like, this is 6 damage. But also, they're gonna go, like, pretty low. So, they should probably think about their life total. But if I'm dead first, then their life total doesn't matter, right? This is gonna be a great turn, though, because they're gonna attack. I'm just going to, like, untap, Dreadnought this, then Sternus Whistle immediately. Like, I'm immediately gonna do this. Um, and then I'm just gonna dismissal this now. And that will take out most of the threats. I can't really die from this spot, but I do need to kill them. So, I mean, their best song is probably just replaying this or just running out of Dreadnought. I guess if they run out of Dreadnought, it's pretty strong. Especially if it's untapped. If they have it like fabricated, but if they have a slip here, it's not a big deal. Okay. Ooh, they do have the fabricate, which is really funny because mine is 13 and theirs is 12. So I don't know if they can really attack with this. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, I'll attack. I'm gonna fight on their upkeep. I have almost like every good spell here that I would want. Okay, they're gonna take it. So upkeep, I slip, they pierce. I can either pay for it or they like if they have double pierce, I guess it's over. But I have to slip this. I do have a lapse, so that's kind of whatever. Double pierce would be really annoying. Or pierce, blue pierce loose focus wins here. I kind of didn't have everything I wanted though in this game. Okay, they're gonna spell pierce. We'll pay 2. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's kind of the one of the weird. I think they're supposed to double block. Like if you know you don't have the answers to things like that, you're supposed to. I think you're supposed to double block. Do I want steel sabotage? I don't know. This is kind of a weird matchup because um like they're just it's really just Delvers and Sprite Dragons and obviously these things. I could bring them in. I'm not really sure I'm supposed to, but instead of bringing the Vapor Stags, I don't know about Sabotage though. I don't really love Sabotage. I like Minor Misstep in this matchup a lot. I think it's actually really strong. Terror is fine. Cruise is good. I could just cut slights. Yeah, maybe I like or shade probes. Maybe I could like go 1-1 here. Maybe sabotage is good. It's like another next round someone, but it's not. It's really bad when they're playing. That's why I don't like this card. It's like very weirdly narrow in some ways. I like boomerang more, but boomerang costs 2. It's really tough. But yeah, I like this matchup mainly because I play on summons and they don't. I'm going to weirdly keep this hand on the draw. So I do have a Delver, but it's gonna be really bad. They kill it. They probe me. They see my terrible hand. I actually like the blue-red version a lot. Shivan Reef is like very good as a card. And they also play Fling, which is really fun. I do like, or some lists play Fling, which I really like a lot. It gives you, it's a lot more flexibility than playing just a bunch of like the fabricates. Okay, I have the same play, except I don't take an extra damage. I love a draw another land, honestly, right now. Or with the probe. Either way. Excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna probe them back. Just need some info. Okay, they've also kept a spicy one, so we're in the same boat here, but they have double Delver. If they draw a land here, it's actually really good because they can, assuming it's a blue source, which I think all their lands are blue sources. Okay, they probably drew a land or a creature. So they're gonna ponder. Okay, they drew that. That's what they drew. This is the unfortunate part about the blue red mana base is that shift Sulfur Falls is sometimes tap land. And that's not good. Okay, and they said to go for the blind flip. I respect. I don't know if I would take the trade though. Okay. Maybe they blind flip that though. That's pretty crazy. Sorry about that. That's my oven. No. Okay. Island. Well, that's kind of everything I want. I mean, there's an instant on the top, but it's kind of annoying that I'm not gonna draw land for a minute. Like, do I keep this on the strength of like flipping this Delver, or is it better to just try to like get something else going? Because the way this stacks up, so I don't have any removal spells. I can't really like line up everything. I'm actually gonna shuffle this. It's a really weird shuffle, but I'm kind of like looking for something specific. I think this is one of those times where I actually have to like look for something versus hopefully I don't get blind flipped here. Let's put something in the oven, but I don't want to not. I don't want to stop right now, so the oven will just stay. They did hit the blind flip. That's unfortunate. I'm down to. I'm kind of down to trade now because I don't know if mine's gonna flip. Theirs will definitely flip, assuming this Ponder doesn't betray them. And just check to see where this Ponder goes, if they shuffle or not. They have like multiple looks. They have double Ponder. They chose not to shuffle, so they like it. They land. They drew probably. I'd love to see them just fling this here. They're gonna Ponder again. Why not? Why not? I could do a funny play, get to fabricate one of these things. I could like save one flips and then fabricate the other trigger. It's a really funny play. I would actually like to do that because I need these terrors to get online soon. And they're at 15. I mean, it's not nothing. If I could blind flip here, that'd be really great. So I'm not really gonna block. Oh, master this. Okay. They have a burst lightning though. That'd be really annoying. But I mean, I just drew the slip, so it's not that great. Okay. Let's see what they draw. So don't want to just F6 through this. There's a lot of like things to do. So let's see what they drew. Wow. What? Did they just not do this? So they pondered twice. So they must have messed up their second. Because oh, the next ponder they chose to shuffle. What happened? So they must have wanted to land from the ponder and then pondered again and tried to do something. That's so unlucky. I have a lapse here, so I can just lapse whatever happens. So they're gonna crack back. So the reason to keep these back. Okay. I hope they play like a random 4-drop. Some of these decks play like Chandra Pyromaster, which is really strange, but I kind of hope they do. I just want something to lapse. And if they have a creature, I'd love to lapse it, because then it doesn't flip the Delvers. Okay. Got a Dreadnought. I could go for it. I have a slip. I have it to fabricate. I could do whatever. I don't think I really need to. I think I want to just hold on to this. I can just protect this. I'm ahead now. And like one of these is gonna eat one of these triggers. So this is the cool part about Double Delver. I get to see what's up. Okay, they still don't flip. That's amazing. That's so good. Okay. Eventually they have to like commit a burn spell or something to this. I don't want to like lapse a spell because a spell will flip the Delvers. So if they have another creature or some sort of like or some sort of non-instant or sorcery spell, I'd love to like just lapse that. But now we're just protecting the queen here, aka Insectile Arboration. Shout out to Old Delver, by the way. Way better than this Delver. Way better. Way better. Okay. There's so many Dreadnoughts. Okay. Let me keep attacking. I'm actually discard. Probably to fabricate. I don't need like a million of these. And it puts another instant in my graveyard for a terror. Holy crap. They did not hit another spell. This is brutal. This must be another land. Um, I guess we're gonna cruise. Which do I care about? Do I actually care? I mean, if I lapse the cruise, then it's like if I lapse this cruise and they get to flip their Delvers, but it's probably too late at that point. I'm gonna attack first. Kind of have to worry about Spell Pierce too. If they tap out, well, they're not gonna tap out. They have like 1 mana up for cruise. Is it 2? No, it's 1. Okay, they're just not gonna do anything. I'm down, I guess. I'm gonna probe them. Take some more points. Because they have Cruise, Fling, and like 2 random non. Oh, they have a Dreadnought. They have double Cruise. Wow. Okay. Oh, are they just trying to kill me with Fling Dreadnought? Oh my god. So I have to hold up this mana for forever now. Because this is like a sorcery speed sort of action. They can also try to kill the Delver here. This is kind of hilarious. Okay, I'll discard Dreadnought. Okay, I actually can't tap out now. So even if they like flip this finally, oh my god, they finally flipped it. So I can't defabricate this of because they just fling me. So I just have to wait. If they attack with 1, they die to the slip. Which is hilarious. They're gonna probe. Okay, they're gonna pay mana, so now they know it's up. Now they know I have the counter spell. And my hand's like kind of stacked, so they might not do anything. They could also fling their Delver at my Delver. That's like a possibility. So if I try to slip 1 and like unsummon another or something. Yeah, I might have to slip on the end step and then hope to draw an unsummon. And unsummon this and have lapse up. Because at this point, like, I'm like in a holding pattern. Like, Fling can't hurt me if I don't let it. Okay. I'm gonna go for it, I think. This is kind of the game here. Because if they start cruising, I'm gonna lose. I am gonna go for this. They go for the Fling to kill this. I just have to draw an I just have to believe. Another one of those believing moments. Can I believe? Okay, I did not get it. um I can't cast this Tellurian Terror. That's pretty good. I don't know what they drew off the probe. I'm gonna attack. Wait, I have 5, right? So this costs 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna offer the trade. They kind of have to take it. But they know I have a bunch of Tellurian Terrors coming up. God, if they drew a counter spell, it's gonna be so brutal. Okay. The single lapse is holding me up. God, if they drew a counter spell here, like another their own lapse, that's gonna be nuts. Okay. Now they can't attack. Unless they find another random creature. Or something to enable the Dreadnought. This is scary because I can't even like I think I have to like counter the Dreadnought if they play it. Right? No. Because then they just cruise. I think it's just cruising now. There's a lot of weird play that's going on. Fling is kind of good in this spot. Because I could like die at any moment. Sure. It's a little unfortunate. Because what they need is another body. What they need is a second body in the field. But if they like commit more mana, then I get to memory lapse something. But they haven't played a land yet. Okay, they found another Delver. So if they go like land fling, this is really bad for me. Um, and I kind of just have to kill them. I guess I let this resolve. I don't know. This is so bad. Because I mean, they have a full grip. They can just go like untap land and kill me. So that's like really bad. So I just have to let it resolve. What if they attack? I would love to see an attack, but they just die to an unsummon. Then I think just trade the Tolerating Terror if they want. There's also some line where they like attack and try to fling their own creature at me. Okay, I drew the land. I'm gonna offer the trade. And this, I think at this point they can actually play the Dreadnought. If they'd like trade here and just make a 12-12 and hope that's enough. Like, I would love a double block, actually. It would make me feel very safe. I don't think it matters if they block or double block or whatever. I think they're just jumping. Wow. I love this. Okay. My land flood is actually quite nice. Trying to get fling to death, but whatever happens, happens at this point. At least I'm up a game. One's played like very deliberately too. Okay. One lapse to roll them all. Burst Lightning me. Izzet Charm? This is an Izzet Charm? A repeal? Repeal would be sick. Shattering Blow. Sure. Okay. Here is the Dreadnought. So, I'm gonna get flinged no matter what. I think I just have to defabricate this. If they have any other random thing, I'm just dead. So, I can't fight everything. So, I'm gonna fight here with this counterspell. And if they have their own counterspell, then I'm just dead. Alright. I think there's not much argument of like playing the Dreadnought versus playing the Terror, because like I think they costed the same at that point. Like before this point, they were so. If it was a 1 mana Terror, I'd be feel way happier about holding up like all this mana. Unfortunate. Okay. They also like they missed so many Delver flips, but Flame Dreadnought's pretty good. So what if I played like Spell Pierce here or Steel Sabotage? Maybe I'm supposed to. I guess I'm just supposed to. Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to play like max, like sort of like the maximum amount of like removal spells I can. Play like very minor amount of. I don't like counter magic as much because it doesn't really deal with the board. I always think this is a very board heavy, board presence matchup. So I think I'm just down to do this. It just sucks that like sabotage is so narrow, but if they're gonna like try to fling stuff at me, I might as well just try to counter it. Might have missed about on Delvers, really what I want. They also played like very like cautiously, so maybe I might win on time here. I love this hand, I'll keep. Just a bunch of one drops and a cruise. Okay, my thing will not die. Blind flip, blind flip. No? Okay, this is fine. What if they spell pierces ponder? That'd be wildly aggressive. Okay. No minor missteps. They're missing out. Okay. All these cards are pretty good. I'm gonna just show them probe. Take the unsummoned. So they can go like turn 2 Dreadnought. I have so much action against that though. So I feel very safe. They're gonna probe me. Okay. They see all my action now, so they should be worried. This is one of the benefits. Like, Chain Lightning is pretty good in some parts of the matchup, but it does not beat a Dreadnought. So you need like specific cards. I don't. And they have like Shattering Blow. I actually like Steel Sabotage a lot better. Their mana base is mostly islands and like eight red lands. So I think Sabotage is just a bit better. Okay, they just concede to all the unsummons. Yeah, I was gonna flip it anyway. All right, back with the final thoughts of the Dreadnought list with Tolarian Terror. 3-2 is okay record. The two losses are I think are like pretty emblematic of like kind of the bad matchups, aka like go wide decks and hard control decks. I think like the hard control deck, if you just like don't get out ahead, then you could never win. And the same goes true for the go wide aggro decks. Whereas like that matchup is like almost dependent on like how fast your Dreadnought resolves and how fast you can kill them with it. Really. Like that being said, Terror doesn't like help any of those matchups. So maybe like I think Vandal is just a better card overall. Just like has evasion and like the setup. I think the idea of like um what is set up for these cards like um if you want like early threats, which I'm always like what I always talk about is like you want an early threat plus disruption and you want to get the game going. Fear Vandal's good at that. It's a very early threat. A 1-2, but it slowly grows as like your game progresses. So those sort of things. Tolarian Terror is always a 5/5, um, and but it gets cheaper as the game progresses. So I think even like on turn 3, I had a turn 3 5/5, and it was like good enough in some instances. But you do have to tap out for it. It reminds me of like Tempest Chin in a way. And Tempest Chin is like really outdated in this sort of like meta, I guess. It's like tapping out is like it's very stressful to tap out in this particular meta with like oops and other Dreadnought lists and like, all sorts of things. So maybe like the flash threat is just better just because it's a flash threat. Um I don't know, but if I were to go back to Vandals, maybe I would just like change this to like another card, like a card that says draw a card. I really like Hieroglyphic Illumination like a lot. This is like a card I've been really like trying to pump up. I probably cut the minor missteps. I might play like a Spell Pierce main deck. That would be not bad. Or like maybe just having one, go back to the land, go to 2 cruises, play a bunch of illuminations. Just because it says draw. It's like I think out of like the 1 mana cantrips, like Ponder, Probe are really good. And then there's like the drop off here. But because it has to specifically say draw a card. So maybe Illumination's better because like worst case you draw 2 cards. Best case or best case you draw 2 cards. Worst case you just cycle to draw a card. So I don't know, but I would want to go back to 18 lands for some reason for Vandal, but I could maybe try 17. I don't know I don't. I'm not a math guy, you know that, but it's like I don't know the math between like 17 versus 18 lands. Sometimes I got flooded. It was crazy. Maybe I just like go 17, but I have to play like 4 Vandals. So I guess if we were to play the deck again, I'd play Vandal. Sideboard wise, I don't know if I really need Steel Sabotage. I know like I didn't play any of the Hops decks, but I think Boomerang is just the same card. Like, and Boomerang can cover a lot more bases, and that's what I really like in my Dreadnought sideboards is like covering all my bases. That's what I really want to do. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, I think I want exactly one minor misstep. I don't think I need two because it's just like really bad top decks late. So, but I'd probably just have the one main deck if I go to back to Vandals and just like change this to a card that says draw a card. But everything else was fine. I didn't mind Lapse over like loose focus. They both had like merits to it. I think this is way better in the late game, which I tend to struggle at. So maybe that's like a nod for that. Let me think. Anything else? Stern Dismissal was fine. Sometimes I wish it was Vapor Snag, but you could mix them up too if you wanted to. Use like a 3-1 split and just like have a single Vapor Snag and then like have more. But I think Dismissal is the better card right now. But I think it's like super close, or it doesn't matter. Because the Fabricate like deals with artifacts and enchantments, air quotes, so it's like not a big deal. Um, yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I think I will probably in the future play the Vandal version and just do my own thing with it. Unlike like other people like love to play all sorts of different cards, but I would just probably just jam for Illumination or something like that, or maybe mix up like Illumination plus like I don't know. There's like Obsessive Search or Whispers of the Muse. Whispers of the Muse could be interesting. Is that legal? Let me just look real quick. I didn't do it. I didn't do any research. Whispers of the Muse. That is not legal. Okay, so I find another like random cantrip card. I'll figure it out. We'll figure some other like cool cycling card that costs one. Maybe like a Curator. What if I just play Curator of Mysteries? That's like another random threat that you could just play. That'd be kind of cool. Because it's either like it's not okay. The thing about Illumination is that it's a spell, and spells are good for Delver. But like I have like 32 spells. I don't even need that many spells. But Curator is another threat. So next video, maybe? I don't know. Like I can't wait for that Lauren revealed card, the new card in Lord of the Rings. That card's gonna be so good for Delver. You're gonna see like 15 land Delver decks. It's gonna be nuts. The card's gonna be so silly. But anyways, alright, that's enough rambling. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you around.